Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be going a bit deeper into my journey of searching for a life partner here in the Philippines. Someone with whom I could build a lasting, meaningful relationship. As I share my experiences and lessons, we'll be visiting a few different places around the city. We just started here at Park Marina, and now I'm driving around San Carlos City. And while our vehicle is at the car wash, I'll be spending time with my wife, Caroline, and our youngest daughter, Rayne, at one of our favorite coffee shops. I hope you enjoy the visuals as we go, and that my story provides some honest, straightforward, and hopefully uplifting insights about finding true love here in the Philippines. When you go to a new country searching for love, remember that people are people no matter where you are. You'll find people with pure intentions who genuinely want to know you, and you'll also meet others who might see you as an opportunity for a better life. It's not necessarily about good or bad. It's about what motivates someone to want to be with you. In the Philippines, some people live in challenging situations. If they see someone with resources, they may be more inclined to take advantage. But this can happen anywhere. It's important to understand this dynamic and not rush into anything without really knowing who the person is. One of the biggest lessons I learned came from helping another foreigner who had come to the Philippines to meet a girl he met online. He'd been sending her money even before they met in person, only to find out she was already married and had no intention of ever meeting him. He lost everything, and we ended up helping him with food and even a plane ticket back home. This was a harsh lesson, but it highlighted a reality. When you're in an unfamiliar place, you need to be extra cautious. No matter where you go, there are people who will take advantage of someone's vulnerability, especially if they see that person as a financial lifeline. But don't let these experiences harden you. Just let them guide you. So we're almost at the car wash and coffee shop, but let's talk about dating apps for a second. When I first started my search, I relied heavily on these apps. But after a couple of years, I realized that these apps are businesses, and they're really designed to keep us searching and paying rather than helping us find true love. One important thing to keep in mind if you're using dating apps or even social media for that fact to connect with someone, chances are she's also chatting with multiple other men, sometimes 10, 20, or even 100 other guys. This doesn't mean she's insincere, but it's something to be aware of. If you're talking to someone you met online, understand that she might be weighing her options and hasn't chosen to be exclusively focused on you. So this is just a suggestion, but instead of relying solely on apps, you may want to consider coming to the Philippines and meeting people naturally as you go about your day. Explore different places outside of the bar scene and see what connections you make along the way. The way I see it, building genuine connections with someone in real life as you live and experience the Philippines could lead you to a meaningful relationship without needing a dating app at all. It's kind of just about timing and who you naturally run into. So in 2011, after initial setbacks, I eventually met my Filipina, who would later become my wife. But our relationship was built over time through real life situations, not just through messages on a screen. Over the course of about 5 years, I got to know her in good times in times of abundance, in times of poor health, and even during financial challenges. She never wavered or stopped believing in me. So living with her, I witnessed her actions in real time. I saw her strengths, her weaknesses, her commitment, and her character. She showed me what a faithful, strong woman she is, one who takes her marriage vows as her bond. Before we had children, I knew I could rely on her for a lifetime. She saw that I, too, was serious about our relationship and took my commitment to her just as seriously as she did. Now, everyone has tough times, but it's the way that you choose to deal with it. It's the mindset that you go about things. So in the tough times, she never, ever belittled me or complained about her responsibilities. Instead, she uplifted me and helped me to be the best version of myself. She didn't place blame or pull away during struggles. She stood by me with patience and loyalty. This unwavering support showed me that she was someone I could count on, and she could count on me. We both saw each other's strengths and also each other's weaknesses. And instead of choosing to tear each other down, we decided to lift each other up. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. I'm going to be straight up. Marrying a Filipina, I learned that there's a broader sense of responsibility involved. Here, family ties are strong, and when you become her husband, you may also take on some responsibilities to her family. It might be unspoken, but her family will often look to you during times of need, whether it's buying food, covering medical costs, or even helping out in emergencies. This is something you have to understand early on. It's not just about the two of you, it's about the extended family too. What I'm saying is, it's a commitment that goes beyond the usual boundaries. And as a foreigner, I had to decide if I was ready to embrace that role. But in the end, supporting her family and knowing that I'm contributing to something bigger than myself has been incredibly fulfilling. Now let's talk about something really important: how to handle disagreements in a way that strengthens your relationship rather than tearing it down. No matter how deeply you love each other, you and your Filipino wife will face moments of conflict, especially in their early years. Disagreements and misunderstandings are a natural part of any long-term relationship, especially when you're still adjusting to each other's personalities, cultures, and habits. But what really matters is how you handle those difficult moments. Here's my advice. This is based on what I've learned. Keep it between the two of you. Don't take a moment of anger or frustration and go to her family, or yours for that matter, to vent. It might feel like an easy way to get support in the heat of the moment, but trust me, involving family members can create tension that lingers long after the conflict is resolved. Instead, be strong enough to face it as a man and handle it privately. Take a walk. Give yourself some time to cool off, whether it's a few hours or even a day. Then come back to the issue with a calm mind and a commitment to work things out. In my case, my wife and I had our fair share of disagreements, especially in those early years. It took time, 5 to 7 years, in fact, to really understand each other deeply and develop the kind of trust that can weather any storm. And I've come to realize that disagreements are often an opportunity to grow together if you handle them with patience and humility. So take personal responsibility. Don't let the small, everyday stresses burn away the love and connection you've built. Look in the mirror and be willing to work on yourself. We all have our rough edges, but with time, patience, and a commitment to polish those rough edges, you can transform those moments of friction into moments of growth. Here's another thing to keep in mind. If your partner is the type who talks negatively about you to her family whenever you have a conflict, that's a warning sign. A healthy relationship doesn't invite outside opinions into your personal issues, especially not in a way that turns your loved ones against you. If a Filipina can't respect that boundary, it may be a sign she's not the right partner for you. Trust is built on mutual respect and discretion, not on airing each other's shortcomings to others. Remember, this journey is not about perfection. You're not the same person today that you were yesterday, and tomorrow you'll be someone else again. The goal is to grow together, to be each other's support system, and to develop kindness and understanding that enriches your relationship every day. If you put in the effort to cultivate compassion and forgiveness, the life you build with your Filipina wife can be one of joy and resilience. So as I close this message, take this with you. Stay strong, stay patient, and most importantly, stay committed to the vision you have for a lasting love. It won't always be easy, but with the right partner and the right mindset, it'll be worth it. So my journey to finding love in the Philippines was challenging, but I have to tell you, it was worth every step. I learned that real love isn't just found. It's built through patience, mutual respect, and a willingness to face life's ups and downs together without running away. If you're considering a journey like this, remember, take your time and don't rely solely on dating apps or social media, and focus on creating a real connection. So I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for listening to my story. If you found this video entertaining or helpful in even a small way, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications for more of life, love, and lessons learned. And we'll see you on the next video.